We were studying about imperfect competition and international trade. And in the last lecture, we saw that how trade depends on the product differentiation and the economies of the scale. And the product differentiation and economies of the scale give rise to intra-industry trade. Opposed to the inter-industry trade, which is in completely different product, intra-industry trade is the trade among the different country in the differentiated products. And we saw the formula or the index to calculate the intra-industry trade index is the trade volume or intra-industry trade volume, which is presented by T is equal to 1 minus exports minus imports. Numerator is an absolute value. We will ignore the negative sign, divided by exports plus imports, and the value of this index is from 0 to 1. 0 means when a country don't have intra-industry trade, it only export a commodity or import it, and it will be 1 when there will be maximum level of intra-industry trade. Today we have to study trade based on dynamic technological differences. In this chapter, we are studying that if we relax the assumptions of Echo theorem, then when we can explain the Echo theorem even after relaxing the assumption, and when we need new theory to explain the trade between the countries. And first of all, we studied about that if we relax the assumption of cost and return to scale, then we can explain the trade based on the economies of scale. And we also study about the differentiated product when we relax the assumption of perfect competition in goods market and in the factor markets. And now we are studying about then if we relax the assumption of same technology used by different countries, we have to relax it because there is a lot of technological difference between or among the countries. So today we will study that how trade may be based on the dynamic technological differences among the countries. And dynamic changes in the technology among the nations can be a separate determinant of the international trade, and these are examined by the technological gap model and the product cycle model. Technological gap model was presented by the Posner in 1961, and it explained that a great deal of international trade among the industrialized countries is based on the introduction of new products and new production processes. And this gave the innovating country or innovating firm a temporary monopoly in the world market. जब एक कोई भी कंट्री एक न्यू प्रोडक्ट या न्यू प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस इंट्रोड्यूस करवाता है तो फॉर द टाइम बीइंग that country have monopoly in that product क्योंकि due to patent due to copyright new country कोई भी और country के पास वो टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं होती तो उस टाइम पीरियड के लिए जब कोई कंट्री नई प्रोडक्ट इंट्रोड्यूस करवाता है तो उनका उसमें एक तरह का वो कंपैरेटिव एडवांटेज होता है उनकी मोनोपोली होती है कोई भी कंट्री वो प्रोड्यूस नहीं कर रहा होता इट इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर द advanced nation like United States exports a large number of new high technology products. However, a foreign producer acquire the new technology, they eventually are able to conquer the market abroad and even the United States market. कि आप एक नई प्रोडक्ट इंट्रोड्यूस करवाते हैं जब एक नई प्रोडक्ट आप इंट्रोड्यूस करवाते हैं तो उस दौरान आप उसको एक्सपोर्ट करते हैं लेकिन विद द पैसेज ऑफ टाइम दूसरे कंट्री उस प्रोडक्ट को कॉपी कर लेते हैं और उसके बाद फिर वो उसको चीपर लेबर के साथ कम कास्ट पे कम प्राइस पे सेल करना शुरू करते हैं और अल्टीमेटली इस काबिल हो जाते हैं यानी कि दूसरे कंट्रीज कि वो इनोवेटिंग कंट्री को ही वो प्रोडक्ट एक्सपोर्ट करना शुरू कर देते हैं. So it is how the trade is based on the technological gap model. And technological gap is established with the introduction of the new products, but then this gap is finished when this product is copied by the other country. A shortcoming of this model is that it does not explain the size of technological gaps and does not explore the reason that technological gaps arise or how they arise and how exactly they are eliminated over time. टेक्नोलॉजिकल गैप मॉडल की एक्सटेंशन है या जनरलाइजेशन है जिसको हम कहते हैं प्रोडक्ट साइकिल मॉडल, which was developed by Vernon in 1966. According to this model, when a new product is introduced, it required highly skilled labor. As the product is mature and when it is standardized, it can be produced by the mass production with the less skilled labor. Thus, therefore, comparative advantage in the product shift from the advanced nation to the imitating our nation, or the nation which is copy the product which has the cheaper labor. So in this extension or in the product cycle model, Werner pointed out some points that the new products are usually introduced by the rich and the developed nations, because there are the more opportunities in those nations to introduce new products, and these countries had more expenditure on the research and the development, and these new products need the feedback from the customers, and this is also available more in the developed countries, and there is also need to provide services after the introduction of the new products. Due to these reasons, these products are introduced by the developed countries. So what is the difference between the technological gap model and the product cycle model? That is, the technological gap model emphasize the time lag in the imitation process. कि ये जो ट्रेड साइकिल चलता है इनोवेटिंग और इमिटेटिंग कंट्री के दरमियान, ये बेस किस चीज पे करता है? जो टाइम पीरियड हमारा गुजरता है, जो इमिटेटिंग कंट्री को टाइम लगता है उस चीज को कॉपी करने में. While the product cycle model starts the standardization process. प्रोडक्ट साइकिल मॉडल का स्ट्रेस इस चीज पे है कि जब तक प्रोडक्ट स्टैंडर्डाइज नहीं हो जाती, तब तक इमिटेटिंग कंट्री उसको अंडर सेल नहीं कर पाता in the to the advanced country or innovating country. So according to these models, the most highly industrialized economies are expected to export non-standardized products embodying new and the more advanced technologies, and these countries import products which embodying old or less advanced technologies. So here is an example of the product cycle model. That is the experience of United States and the Japan about the radio since the World War II. Immediately after the war, United States firms dominated the international market for the radios based on vacuum tubes developed in the USA. पहले ये इंट्रोड्यूस रेडियोज जो से यूएसए ने इंट्रोड्यूस करवाए which were based on the vacuum tubes, लेकिन विद इन द फ्यू ईयर्स जापान ने इन्हें कॉपी किया और इनको कम प्राइस पे सेल करना शुरू कर दिया. After that, the United States recaptured the market by introducing the transistors, which were a new developed form of the radios. Once again, after the few years, Japan imitated the technology and also starting undersell the USA. Subsequently, the United States introduced a new technology, which was the printed circuit. So it is this how the product cycle model works. A new product is introduced by a developed country. With the passage of time, when it becomes the standardized or new technology is copied by another country, then the innovating country has introduced some more new technology to be present in the market. There is a strong relationship, according to the research, between the research and development expenditures and the introduction of the new products in the market. So the technological gap and product cycle model can be regarded as the extension of the basic HO model into a technologically dynamic world rather than as an alternative model. आप इसको alternative model के बजाय product cycle model या technological gap model को आप इसे HO model की extension भी समझ सकते हैं. किस तरह से? In short, the product cycle model tries to explain dynamic comparative advantage for new products and new production process, as opposed to the basic HO model which explain the static comparative advantage. Mean HO model में जो हमने comparative advantage study किया और introduce किया, उसे आप static for the given point of time comparative advantage which was based on the factor endowment. While the product cycle model and technological gap model explain the dynamic comparative advantage which is based on the introduction of the new products or the new technology by the innovating nations. We can explain the 5 stages in the life of a product, which is explained in the product cycle model with the help of diagram. In this, we will recognize the 5 stages. First stage is a new product stage. The second stage are the product growth stage, and so on. We will explain it. In this diagram, on the x-axis, we are taking time, and on the y-axis, we have taken the quantity of a product. And 5 stages are presented by from OA or 0A आप इसे कह लें, and second stage is A to B, and third stage is B to C, and fourth stage is C to D, and D to onward is the 5th stage. There are 2 countries One is innovating country and second is imitating country. Innovating country introduce the new goods and imitating country copy those goods after some time, and their exports and imports depends upon the price and on the time when the new goods is introduced. So the first stage is called a new product phase. It is represented with OA on the horizontal axis, and the product is produced and consumed only in the innovating country. This is presented with this line where OA is the time. It is the stage 1. Innovating country is producing, ये उसका consumption curve है और ये production curve है. But in the first stage, these are presented with the same line that innovating country is producing the goods and consuming the goods only domestically. In the second stage, which is also called the product growth stage, which is presented with the time AB, production is preferred in the innovating country and increases rapidly to accommodate rising demand at home and abroad. At this stage, there is not yet any foreign producer. ये second stage है जिसमें आप देख रहे हैं कि प्रोडक्शन कर्व जो है वो हायर है और डोमेस्टिक कंजम्पशन कर्व लोअर है. इसका मतलब ये है कि इनोवेटिंग कंट्री इज प्रोड्यूसिंग एक्स्ट्रा अमाउंट एंड इट इज एक्सपोर्टिंग दिस अमाउंट which is presented with this blue area, and imitating country is producing zero amount because its production curve will start in the third stage, and it is start producing in the consuming in the second stage, and this curve is showing the consumption of the imitating country. So in the second stage, imitating country is only importing this good and the innovating country is only exporting this good and also consuming domestically. In the third stage, a product maturity phase, the product becomes standardized and the innovating firm may find it profitable to license other domestic and foreign firms to also manufacture the product. Thus, the imitating countries start producing the product. In this third stage, when this product is standardized, it is exports of innovating countries increase, but also imitating country start copying this product and producing this product only for the domestic market, and still it is importing from the innovating country. In stage 4, which is represented this CD time, the imitating country facing lower labor cost and other costs now that product has become standardized and no longer requires the development and engineering skills. So it begins to undersell the innovating country in the third market. And production of the product in the innovating country decline. इस fourth stage में आप देखें कि ये जो production है innovating country की, it is start declining, so its exports also start declining. And imitating country not only fulfilling its domestic need, बल्कि इसकी you can see that production is more than the consumption. So it is exporting and this good in the third market, not in the innovating country, but it is exporting to the other countries because it has make it at the lower cost and now it is selling it on the higher price, lower price. Now in the fifth stage, you see that which is the final stage, the imitating country start understanding the understanding the innovating country in the later market. कि अब जो कॉपी करने वाला कंट्री है वो इनोवेटिंग कंट्री की मार्केट में ही अब सेल करना शुरू कर देगा at the lower price. And the production of the product in the innovating country decline rapidly and collapse. Stage, you see here in stage 5 that innovating country is not producing this commodity, its production decline is producing, but its production is less than its domestic consumption. And this dark blue area shows that now innovating country is importing this product. And in fourth stage, the imitating countries for exports increase rapidly. And now this country is also exporting to the innovating country. So the stage 4 and 5 are often referred to as the product decline stage. The technological development, standardization, and lower cost abroad thus bring the end of the life cycle for the product. It is now time for the innovating country to introduce new goods to be remain in the market. क्योंकि अब ये गुड तो एक्सपोर्ट नहीं कर रहे, उन्हें चाहिए कि आप कोई नई गुड इंट्रोड्यूस करवाएं, कोई नई टेक्नोलॉजी इंट्रोड्यूस करवाएं ताकि उसे एक्सपोर्ट कर सकें और वो मार्केट में मौजूद रहें. Example of the products that seem to have gone through the product cycle stages are the radios, stainless steel, razor blades, television, and semiconductors. In the recent years, the diffusion of the new technology has shortened considerably, so that we have witnessed a time compression of the product cycle model. That is the time from the introduction of the new product in the innovating country to the time when the imitating country displaces the innovating country in third market, and in the innovating country itself has become shorter and shorter. Okay, with the passage of time, इमिटेटिंग कंट्री बहुत जल्दी इनोवेटिंग कंट्री की न्यू प्रोडक्ट्स को कॉपी कर लेते हैं और उनको एक्सपोर्ट करना शुरू कर देते हैं, तो वो टाइम कम होता चला जा रहा है जब इनोवेटिंग कंट्री की मोनोपोली होती है। इस सिचुएशन में जो डेवलप कंट्रीज है उन पर स्ट्रेस बढ़ता जाता है कि वो नई प्रोडक्ट्स जल्दी से जल्दी इंट्रोड्यूस करवाएं। इनफैक्ट फॉर एग्जांपल स्टीवन जॉब्स एप्पल क्रिएटेड द आईपैड बट इट आउटसोर्स्ड ऑल ऑफ इट्स प्रोडक्शन। iPad, it was introduced, it was created in by USA, but now it is producing, or its production is outsourced to the China. So the United States must run faster and faster simply to avoid the falling behind. By turning out new products and technology very rapidly, however, USA is ranked as the most competitive economy in the world. So it was the product cycle model and the 5 stages in the life of a product, and how the trade is based on the technological differences among the nation. You may ask any question. So today we studied trade based on dynamic technological differences. Product cycle model presented by Werner in 1966. Technological gap model की extension है product cycle model. It states that advanced industrialized countries develop and introduce new product with temporary give them monopoly power. So they become the sole exporter of that community. So as the technology producing the product become more widespread, product will spread to the other nation. This move international trade to a standard comparative advantage framework. Product cycle model, as production process becomes standardized, the original introducer of the product loses its technological based comparative advantage in the production of that product, and it became an importer of that product with the passage of time. These are the 5 stages of the product cycle model. In the first stage, on the x-axis we have taken time, on the y-axis is the quantity. In the first stage, innovating country introduce the product and it consume it domestically. In the second stage, innovating country increase its production and it start exporting this product to the imitating country. In this stage, imitating country is only importing this product but is not producing it. But in the third stage, when the product becomes standardized, production of the innovating country increase and its exports also increase, but the imitating country start producing this product for the domestic use only, but it is still importing this product from the innovating country. In stage 4, imitating countries start exporting these products not to the, especially only not only to the innovating country, but also the other countries in the world. And it is not importing this product in the stage 4. It is producing it for itself and also for the other country. In stage 5, when product cycle model ends, innovating countries start importing this product from the imitating country, and the imitating countries start exporting this product to the other countries and also to the innovating countries. And here it is the time for the innovating country to introduce new products in the markets to remain in the market. Cost of transportation, environmental standards, and international trade, we will study it in the next class. You may ask if there is any question.